Burnout. I'm seeing some of our friends and people, and they know what it means to burn out. What burnout is all about, how it can be relevant for the IT, and what happened with the burnout. We discuss Innostage, Almira Fatikhova.
Здравствуй, спасибо, что ты к нам присоединилась. Первый вопрос сразу в лоб, прости меня за него. Что делает инженер-проектировщик?
Инженер-проектировщик разрабатывает проектную документацию с использованием средств защиты информации. Конкретно я специализируюсь на таких средствах защиты информации, как системы и сканеры.
We have scanners, we have CM systems. So you come to your workplace, you sit at your computer, into what? And I develop tech assignment, documentation, so I'm describing what kind of settings you need at the protection tool to working well. That is if you're in a good mood. But if you're in a bad mood, you're burnout, what do? If I have a burnout case, I'm writing the manual for admin. You have to write an instruction, and this is how I take my break. This is how I calm myself down. This is how you sort of if I'm in a bad mood, the team sometimes also have a bad mood. What is a burnout? Burnout is a syndrome caused by chronic stress at your workplace. And when your employees simply cannot manage this stress, they feel they feel not super confident, and they may experience some kind of being downtrodden, downfalling kind of. Let's say if I did not have a good sleep, apathy, weakness. I don't want to react to anything and not to make any decisions whatsoever. And to eat something sweet. To sleep. And disappear. I guess this is what it looks. It looks like a burnout. But I would identify 3 markers of the burnout. Number 1, emotional and physical depletion, exhaustion. When you go to work and you have this kind of depression. Oh, I have to do work, do all these things. There was a Russian airplane. So it's a lack of motivation. Even on such a sunny day, you may be a little bit kind of blue and moody, and also lack of motivation. I know that in IT companies, there's good salaries, good incomes, different benefits and packages, but even this does not motivate an employee to be fruitful in their work. And also yet another indicator of a potential burnout and a sign of burning out is you have physical cramps. I've noticed on the first stage of burnout that even when you have a stress situation, your whole body tenses up, and here in the neck area, your muscle very cramped, very tense. You sit like that. Even ladies, I thought only boys, sometimes ladies also. And it's respectively whether you're working remotely or working it up. So what do you do? What do you do if you're staying at home? Organize your workplace. Make it comfortable for you. I gotta sit like that, my spine straight, comfortably sit and focus on your work. Focus. Your workplace, by the way, should be separated from your kitchen and from your resting area. The problem with IT guys because all the zones are kind of merged together. Not good. What if you gotta go to the office, you're listening to the kind of gloomy rap music, you're making a lot of money, but you're not happy with your life? What do? What can be done? Or do you have to change your job? No, first of all, it's about the background, physical activity, sleeping patterns, communicating with your loved ones or those who are motivating you. All of this is great. You got to use it. But burnout is also It's about professional activities. If somebody is tired, they do not have resource to communicate. Take your rest, get your resource back. But if a burnout is like a professional burnout, then you need to deal with it, in a professional way.
Сейчас опасный момент. То есть, может быть, выгорание,
No, it's dangerous. So you may have like a burnout or a burnout.
просто выгореть, а можно выгореть по IT.
So you can have. Do you have like a special IT kind of burnout? No, there is a burnout. Sometimes there is a fatigue, and people take it. Oh, I'm burned out, although they're just have fatigue and they want to run away. But this kind of fatigue, tiredness, you can compensate it by good rest. But in burnout, you need a whole set of specific actions because it's physical and emotional depletion.
Сидел на твоем стуле.
Today, I was speaking to Costa and I asked him, how old is he? He never told me. I asked you, how old are you? Oh, no. No.
Вы айтишники интересные. Допустим, тебе
Yes, you guys, you are you guys. Let's say that you're 24.
молодая, вроде
If you're such a being young and such, and everything is ahead of you, but you do not want to leave, you don't want to do anything, what do? Change your job? Or no, sometimes your work, you love it, you like it, but you still have a burnout. And then, like, first of all, most importantly is to keep your balance. 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of personal life. Yeah.
получается, сумели 40.
Нет. Затем необходимо, опять-таки, организовать комфортное рабочее пространство.
And also organize your space, if you're staying at home. If you're in the office, make sure that you're in IT, you're a developer, you're a programmer. You put 2 monitors, pretty comfortable, because on one monitor, you don't see it. I don't like it. I don't like working with one monitor.
Немножко застрял своим мозгом на цифре 8 часов сна, 8 часов работы.
You got me stuck on this, like 8 hours of working, 8 hours of sleeping, 8 hours of personal life. I will think about this in the next 5 years of my life. Anyway, if you come to, let's say, to a psychologist and you say, yeah, I have a burnout case, what will psychologists tell you?
Ну, я думаю, сначала
Like a professional, I think they will say,
вообще нравится ли эта работа, хочешь ли ты этим заниматься?
introspect, do you love this work?
Нужны же денежки на этого психолога.
No,
Психолог работает в
or
компании.
quit, he'll never say quit, or she.
С точки зрения
They may work with a company, but if it's like a free psychologist, they will say, hey, you can leave, go away from this job, or he or she's not a good match for you.
И отличается
Can you tell me what are the differences? What are the differences in IT as opposite to burnout in different? Today I was like flying. I sat next to a dentist. So you just came. Yeah, I came from Kazan, city of Kazan. Thank you for joining us. I'm so happy to be here at this kind of large-scale event.
Да, и с погодой повезло.
первый раз.
And a good weather too. First time in Luzhniki? Yeah, first time. Even in Moscow.
Тогда вот так просто добро.
Oh wow! First time in Moscow. Welcome.
Возвращаемся к апатии и выгоранию у
Now,
IT-специалистов.
going back to apathy and to burnout of the people from Kazan. Yeah, burnout can happen
Любой профессии. Но именно айтишников
in any occupation, in any job. But with IT guys, it happens more because they make a lot of money. No, there's a logical, like a chain.
Много информации равно много работы, равно
Evokes a lot of information, a lot of work, a lot of employees, and quick growth and burnout.
я, так скажем, приравниваю,
Well,
что легче было
I'll say that,
С большой информацией.
I understand a lot of information, like a lot of big volume of information.
вообще
I will say what I mean, because we live in a world we're overloaded with information. Every day it pops up, and every day is being upgraded, and we always need to adapt to these changes. Information is a main resource we're working with. So a lot of information, a lot of work, and a lot of projects to do. All these projects, you have to do them. And you need a lot of employees, of course. Any HR will say that, it's hard to find good IT professionals. The way to solve it is training.
например,
uh,
и студентов, или
training,
людей из другой сферы
be it
деятельности.
students or people from
И
from
обучение длится обычно
elsewhere.
1-3
And
месяца.
usually it
Я
takes
считаю, это
like
очень
one
короткий
to
срок.
3 months. It's a very
Обычно
short
после
time,
обучения
short
у нас
frame.
появляется готовый
So we
сотрудник,
got
профильный
like a new
специалист.
freshman kind of
Нет,
professionals,
уже готовый.
like a semi
Полуфабрикат — это
ready
когда
to cook,
1,5
ready to
месяца
eat kind of
прошло
thing.
или 1 месяц. Уже 3
Согласен.
месяца там уже
No,
готовый.
1 month, yeah, 1 month, yeah,
Это
3 months.
уже, да,
You're like a
сеньор.
okay,
Вот.
you're like a
И,
senior,
Ты сеньора как?
senior
нет,
developer.
я не я куратор.
Окей, а я сеньор.
Да?
I'm a senior. No, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm
И
not.
на выходе после обучения у нас
So
полноценный
after
такой
this
сотрудник,
study,
которому
we
можно
have
доверить
a new
проектно-самостоятельную
employee,
проработку.
and we can
Но,
give them
как
like a
показала
project to
практика,
work on their own.
первые несколько проектов,
But
давай будем считать первые
tell
3
from
проекта,
experience, like
они не
first
считаются.
3 projects,
В них
they are
ты
not
набираешь
real
опыт,
because you are
делаешь
just getting
ошибки.
experience. You're making
Первое общение с
mistakes, and
заказчиком, первое выстраивание
your first
процесса
communication,
работы.
first building
И
your work
ты
process,
стрессуешь.
and
То есть,
you have a
когда
stress,
заказчик
high
тебе
level of
руководит,
stress.
ты можешь
You're
чувствовать
making
себя
some
неуверенным,
mistakes.
когда делаешь
You
первые
may
шаги в
feel
проектах.
not
И, соответственно, у
super
него возникает
confident,
стресс.
and that's why
А если сотрудник не
you
знает, как
got your
справиться со
stress. And if you
стрессом,
do not know
там
how to
уже
deal with
будет за
stress,
нами выгорание.
you can
А
pretty much
если,
arrive to a
допустим,
burnout situation.
корпорация, а
What if it's a
один
huge
работает как
corporation and you work
фрилансер,
alone
работает
and you work
удаленно
like a
всегда,
freelancer,
как
you
он
work at
может
home?
справиться с этим вопросом?
How
И
can
вообще,
they deal with
как
this
правило, я вижу
issue?
выгорание в человеке, когда он
And I
говорит,
can see that burnout when people tell
все,
me,
я ухожу.
okay, I'm
Я
done.
ухожу.
Да, я
I'm
меняю
tired.
сферу деятельности.
I'm
Особенно
changing
сейчас. Здесь
my
нету нумерологов,
my
наверное,
field, my
и
work.
просто мы каждый
I
полчаса
guess
говорим про HR,
we
я
do not
понимаю,
have
что все эти
numerologists. We're speaking about
допустим,
HRs
если
and I'm
бы
saying bad things. But anyway,
HR-психолог-нумеролог
if
сидел и
your
говорит, сейчас
HR
Луна
psychologist,
зашла вот
numerologist, and they will
сюда,
say,
Луна, звезды
hey,
вон там, надо менять
Ретроградный
работу.
Меркурий
stars
пошел,
aligned,
да?
stars
Пошел
not
год,
aligned. Yeah,
надо менять работу. Вот
I gotta
как
change my
справиться
job.
до того, когда ты хочешь
How do you
хлопнуть дверью?
deal even
Я бы
stop it even before
посоветовала,
you
ну,
you
как
feel
мы
like you want
ранее
to slam the
говорили,
door and leave?
организовать вот это вот рабочее пространство, соблюдать
I would
баланс,
say
научиться
keep the
говорить
balance,
«нет»
organize your
коллегам,
workplace.
которые хотят
Learn to say
просто
no
тебя
to
помочь в
those
задаче, а
who
ты
simply
делаешь это в
want
ущерб своему
to get your
свободному
help,
времени.
but you do
Скажем
it
так, ты такой безотказный всем,
at
готов
the
помочь
expense of
каждому
your
часом дома. И
personal time. Like you want to help everybody, kind of yes man
Личные
kind of person.
границы — это для какого
Personal
возраста?
boundaries
Мне
is
кажется, что подростки
for what
говорят
age?
личными границами,
I think now
обществу, что у меня
only
8
teenagers can do it. Say, I have
8
8 hours of
часов личный
study,
день, 8
8
часов
hours of
сон.
personal life, and 8 hours of
иногда
sleep.
бывает такое, что,
No,
например,
sometimes,
заказчик находится где-то в
like clients
Владивостоке, и тебе
are
нужно
in
там срочно
Vladivostok
разместить
and
встречу, они в 10 вечера.
you need to be on a Zoom call at 10
Волей-неволей
p.m.
приходится немножечко
And you have
перебарщивать или
to.
говорить,
You
что
have to.
кому-то
You have to
нужно взять там
move your
дополнительные
schedule and say,
дополнительные
yeah,
часы
I
работы.
gotta get this like a
И кто может
couple hours of time. And
уберечь от
who
этих
can
проблем?
Я думаю, ты сам
help
можешь
you with
беречь
it?
себя, выстраивать
You
свои личные
yourself
границы,
can
и
keep
твой
you
руководитель.
by building your
Твой
personal
руководитель
boundaries
должен,
in
скажем так,
your
работать на
head.
опережение.
They
Уберечь тебя от
have
этого
your
выгорания,
boss,
контролируя твою нагрузку
they
и
have to control
интересуясь
your
время от времени
workload,
об
and
твоем
once in a while
эмоциональном
ask you, like, how
состоянии.
are you
А
doing?
давайте чуть
What is your
поговорим
emotional
с
state?
позиции руководителя.
Let's talk a little bit from the
Есть миф, что
managerial
IT-люди немножко в
standpoint.
себе. Не говорю
There's an
про
idea
взрослых,
like
я говорю немножко в
IT
себе.
guys, they are not like
Скрытые эмоции, они не
in their
экстраверты. И
own,
вот, в общем,
not
этот человек довольно унылый всегда.
extroverted,
Как
and this
понять,
person
что
like
он
always
сейчас
kind of sort of.
позитивный, а сейчас у
How
него
do you understand
выгорание?
if they're like positive and now they have a burnout?
В каком ты сегодня настроении?
Он относится
Send me a smile like, what is your mood? What is your mood?
Если точка, это все плохо.
If it's a point, oh, if it's just a point, it's like too bad. What should a boss do if he or she feels that he or she has a burnout?
Вообще,
Decrease their
я бы
workload.
посоветовала руководителям
I would
работать на
say
опережение, используя
that any
такой
boss,
превентивный
they
подход,
have
то
to
есть
work
не ждать, пока у тебя
preemptively.
сотрудник выгорит,
Do not
а
wait for them to get their
взаимодействие. К
burnout,
примеру,
but do something.
донести до сотрудника его важность, что он не
And
просто
tell them
маленький винтик в огромной
that
системе,
he's not just a
а
cog
что
in the
он,
wheel in this
хороший
company,
механизм, который
but he or
помогает системе
she
прогрессировать.
is helping system to
Донести
become
до
better.
сотрудника ценность работы, которую
Tell
он
them
делает, какую пользу он
how
приносит.
important what they do,
И
what kind of
в
benefits
целом
they provide
признать
to
сотрудника как профильного
others.
специалиста
and to acknowledge them
раскрыть его сильные
and
стороны.
to
Например, ты
show
видишь,
them
что
their
у
strong
сотрудника
sides.
хорошо выражены лидерские
For example,
качества.
you see that they have like
Программу
express
клевого
leadership
руководителя. Или ты видишь,
capacities.
что
So you gotta
сотрудник отличился
grow
тем,
them
что у
up.
него так хорошо
Or they're
прокачаны
ambitious
знания в
and
своей
they
сфере.
have like
Тогда
expert
видимо
level
его
in their
ведущего
field.
инженера.
Then grow them up to the like a chief
Если
engineer.
ты руководитель, но ты сам выгорел,
What if you're a boss and you have a burnout?
сотрудники могут как-то
The same advice. Can somebody help you?
Что ты самый хороший
I
руководитель.
said, hey, you're the best boss in the world, you know.
выбирай, пожалуйста.
Хорошо, не буду.
Yeah, don't burn out.
Получается, вот я сижу дома, организовал
So I'm staying home. I've organized my workplace. I have
работы, другая просто для сна,
I have my like zoning, right?
еды.
You know, time zoning,
Может быть, какие-то
sleeping
еще
zoning,
есть
eating zone.
движения или паттерны.
Maybe there's some kind of movements and patterns and whatever.
Я слышал такую фразу,
What would
что
you
если
suggest?
ты вот так вот
Like,
сидишь, у тебя все плохо,
like if you're sitting like that, I've heard,
у тебя всё хорошо.
you know, it's bad, but if you're sitting like that, it's feel
Когда я
better.
работала на
By the
удаленке,
way,
и, ну, я вот
I'd worked
искала
remotely
какие-то
at one point, and I was like close to the first
Мне
stage of
очень
burnout.
помогла, скажем
What
так,
helped me?
помог один мой друг.
One of my friends.
Привезли на выходные собаку.
Somebody brought me a dog for a weekend to stay in my place.
Да-да, и в 6 утра
Yeah, like
она
a
захотела
pet therapy.
гулять. Это
At
была
6
мама, просто
a.m.,
мама нет,
she
я
wanted to go
странно, я
outside.
не
It was like a
пойду.
freezing
Это
cold.
как
I
раз
said,
был
no, no,
момент,
no,
когда я
I'm not
не
going.
хотела вставать с
And
кровати,
I
не
did
хотела
not
работать,
want to
но
go up
понимаю,
from my
что
bed and work,
животное
but
от
I
меня
knew that,
зависит,
okay, this
и
animal
мне
kind of
нужно
depends on me,
выгулить его.
and I
Я
had
вставала в 6
to, I
утра,
had to
ходила
take
с
her out.
собакой
I would
на
wake up
пробежку,
6
можно
a.m.,
сказать,
I would go
постоянно
out,
бежала, я
maybe
сзади
kind of jogging, she
тащилась.
was running,
И это
and I was kind
помогало
of
мне, знаешь,
trudging along,
выстроить такой
and it helped me
тайм-менеджмент.
to
То есть я
build
вот
like a
встаю,
time
у меня там
management.
остается
So
2
I
часа,
wake up,
ну,
I
гуляю,
got like
остается
2
там
hours.
час до рабочего дня,
Then
я
1 hour before my
успеваю
work
проверить все
days,
свои
I can
задачки,
do,
успеваю
I can check
раздать
all my
задачи своим
assignments and I
работникам.
can
И
give
это,
assignments to
скажем так, меня
all of
прям
my staff.
стимулировало
So
работать
this
дальше.
sort of kind of motivated me.
Смотрите, то отдел собак
HRs, if you're watching us,
то, что
dog
нужно для
department is
любой
what you
крупной
need
корпорации.
for any
Это то,
big
что мы нуждаемся.
corporation.
Пожалуйста, сотрудник, который
An employee
истощен, вымотан, и вот это
who is worn out, beat down,
как влияет
burned out, how do they impact the rest of the team? And do they impact?
Он влияет на команду, особенно если
They
команда
do
небольшая.
impact, especially if it's a smaller team.
Чувствуется такое общее
You feel like,
настроение,
you know, like a common
В целом,
mood, so to
конечно,
speak.
влияет не глобально.
And all in all,
Если
it's not
одно
like a
звено
huge
у нас,
impact, but
значит,
if it's just a
цепочка
one
распадается, то вторая цепочка, ну,
link
в
in a
целом
chain
вся
falls apart,
цепочка может
then this whole
разрушиться.
chain may be destroyed.
Помогать
And what should we do? Help them.
Если
все это
Help them.
нытье, да, и весь этот токсик.
All this whining, you know, to bear. Yeah, sometimes you have to listen to them. If there's like a tough burnout, send them on to a professional,
Психотерапевту.
психотерапевт,
like a psychotherapist. Yeah,
Ну,
psychologist. I mean, to start with psychologist.
8 часов сна, 8 часов работы, 8 часов...
It 8
И
hours breakdown,
в Москве.
and your first time here in Moscow.
Команда, да?
Let's say that we have a team.
Пошел ко дну, он классный
Look,
специалист,
somebody's
но вы
sinking.
выбрали
He or she is a
самого
great professional, but they're burning out.
Если отправим к нему
And
коллегу,
what if we'll send to them their colleague?
второго человека, и
Is that a good thing, or we may lose the second person?
цепная реакция.
Вот может
You know, yeah, I gotta stop the chain reaction. Could it happen? Could the whole team be kind of brought down like that? Each person is their own kind of unit. If one person is not making it, of course you can send a colleague and say, hey, kind of give a helping hand,
Я думаю, что цепная
give
реакция
support.
не пойдет.
I think there'll be no chain reaction.
Хронически токсичный человек или хронически
How about a chronically toxic person, burnout person? Is there a reason to be fired? No, I think it's too much. Probably you gotta move him elsewhere to a different post, you know, a different job. Sometimes there are developers, they are on their own, they're working from home, and they do not talk to anybody. And there are also like design engineers like myself, and we always need to stay in contact. No, so you cannot be fired. No. Hope that my boss will hear. So we just make a stretch and we go move on to walk out and see how things are happening. Yeah, go ahead. Keep your head up and sing, and also sing. It's a hobby. It's great to have a hobby. It's like your getaway, your escape. Yeah, and also breathing, right? Breathing. And please do not listen to the sad Russian rap music. Thank you, Almira. Your round of applause. Thank you.